Hello, my name is Carl Lazarus, and in this video I'll be walking you through how to use the Activity Invoice template for Errol's Academy of Excellence. The program that this video is based on is Microsoft Excel 2010. There are 4 different tasks that you'll need to know in order to properly use the template. They are creating a new invoice, entering data into the invoice, saving the invoice, and finally, printing the invoice. We'll start off by showing you how to create a new invoice. To create an invoice, you must first find the invoice template. Start by left-clicking the Start menu button in the very bottom left corner of the screen. Now find the button that reads Computer and left-click on it. This will open the Windows Explorer tool. Double-click on the Staff Network, double-click again on the Templates folder, then on the Invoices folder, and finally on the file called Activity Invoice. A new invoice will appear in a new window ready for use. Now that you've opened the invoice, you can start entering data. Most of the invoice is automatically generated. You only need to enter data for the guardian name and the order date, as well as the activity code and the number of guardian's children attending for each activity. To start off, you need to select a guardian name. You can do this by left-clicking on the drop-down menu button seen here, and then left-clicking and dragging the little navigation bar to the side until you find the correct guardian. Once you find the guardian, Carol Jones for this example, left-click on their name to select them. Press the Tab key to continue. Now type in the order date for the invoice in the format of day, month, year, with a forward-leaning slash to separate them, like this. Press the Tab key again to start entering data for the activities. Firstly, select an activity code from the list by once again left-clicking on the drop-down menu button, left-clicking and dragging the navigation bar to find the code, and then selecting the correct code by left-clicking on it. Press the Tab key again and simply type in the number of this guardian's children who will be attending for this activity, finishing off by pressing the Tab key one more time. If you need to add more activities, you can continue doing so by repeating the same steps. Carol Jones only had 2 activities for her children in this invoice, so it is now complete and no more data needs to be entered. Once the invoice is completed, you'll need to save it as a file. Find the green file button in the top left corner. Left-click on it, and then find and left-click on the Save button just below the File button. A new window will appear where you can choose the name and location of the file. We'll navigate to the correct location first. Left-click on Desktop to the left side, double-click on Computer in the middle of the window, then on the Staff Network, the Invoices folder, the Activity folder, the folder with the current year, and finally on the folder with the current month. Now for the file name. Left-click on the white box next to file name once so that the text is selected, like this. You can now type in the file name. The name for the file must be the guardian's full name in capital letters, followed by an underscore and the full current date. In this case, it's Carol Jones underscore 26/11/2012. After you've navigated to the correct location and have changed the file name, as shown in this section of the video, you can now save the file by left-clicking on the Save button. You'll likely be required to print out every invoice you create, and in this last section I'll show you how you can do so. Find and left-click the green File button again, but this time left-click on the Print button. There is only one option you should be concerned with. If you wish to print out more than one copy of the invoice, left-click in the white box next to Copies and type in the new number of copies you wish to print. Don't worry about any other option. You don't need to change the printer and the invoice is already formatted to print correctly. All that's left to do is to left-click the Print button, which will complete the printing process. Congratulations, you are now fully trained in using the activity invoice template and can start using it right away. If you have any issues concerning the template, please send an email directly to techsupport@eaee.com.au. Thank you for watching.